The International Criminal Court is now in session. Lydian sa Court Penal International, 8 work.
The 6-year-long anxiety for Deputy President William Ruto, journalist Joshua Sang and their families, friends and supporters is now over.
Trial Chamber 5A of the International Criminal Court decided by majority, with Judge Herrera Carbucha dissenting, that the case against William Samoei Ruto and Joshua Arap Sang is to be terminated.
The trial chamber found that both accused have no case to answer, dismissed the crimes against humanity charges against them and terminated the case. This after the trial chamber heard the testimony of 30 prosecution witnesses, including 2 expert witnesses and over 8,000 pages worth of documentary evidence from the prosecution in a trial that lasted 157 days. But after assessing the evidence, presiding Judge Chile Eboy Osuji and Judge Robert Fremer concluded that the prosecution did not present sufficient evidence on which a reasonable trial chamber could convict the accused.
The majority also agreed that there is no reason to recharacterize the charges.
Judge Fremer stated, and I quote, "Continuing proceedings in such circumstances would be contrary to the rights of the accused, whose trial should not continue beyond the moment that it has become evident no finding of guilt beyond all reasonable doubt can follow." The prosecution got the charges confirmed against the 2, having convinced the judges that a network called EMO, complete with a military arm with Ruto at the helm, planned and executed the violence. But Judge Osuji observed, as stated in the 253-page ruling, that no reasonable trial chamber could conclude that the alleged elements prove the existence of the network and/or the common plan.
He declared a mistrial in the case because, in his view, it cannot be discounted that the weakness in the prosecution case might be explained by the demonstrated incidence of tainting of the trial process by way of witness interference and political meddling that was reasonably likely to intimidate witnesses.
Judge Olga Herrera Carbucha, however, appended a dissenting opinion.
In her view, the prosecution's case had not broken down, and she concluded that there is sufficient evidence upon which, if accepted, a reasonable trial chamber could convict the accused.
The defense teams have carried the day. Evidently, they sufficiently convinced the judges during the grueling 4-day legal battle inside the ICC trial chamber back in January this year. The defense team's argument was that the prosecution's evidence was so hopeless or substantially insufficient to support a conviction, and that the case needed to come to a close. The decision filed today, however, may be subject to appeal. Sylvia Chebet, Citizen Live at 9.